everyone. Here's an update on the continuing train wreck known as the Mississippi flag proposal. A few days ago, we showed you the short list of 9 flags. Be sure to check out that video because we gave an overview of each of the 9 flags and explained why they were all bad designs. The committee to choose a flag has since narrowed the list down to 5. Later, we're going to talk about possible intellectual property issues regarding one of the 5 finalists. But before that, we're going to reveal the top 5 and talk about the fact that some of them have been altered since the top 9 selection, and why these alterations just add to the complete mess we're seeing unfold before us. So here is the top 5. All of them have been modified in some way, either with slight color changes or flag proportions. These adjustments are not a big deal and don't have an important impact on the flags. But 3 of the flags have been altered with significant design changes. These are the 3 altered flags. 2 of these flags are the same design as each other, but with some of the colors swapped around. So the significant alteration for these 2 is that an extra star has been added to the circle of stars. Here are the previous versions. They each have 20 stars in total, including the golden star at the top. What this means is that we have an imbalance of stars. We have 10 at the hoist side and 9 at the fly side. Many people pointed out this imbalance, and the committee decided to add an extra star to make the circle balanced. So this was good, right? Wrong. There were 20 stars for a reason. They represent the fact that Mississippi was the 20th state to join the Union of the United States. And the fact we have 1 golden star out of the 20 to represent Mississippi and distinguish it from the first 19 states was a good decision. But adding an extra star destroys all that. Having 21 stars makes no sense whatsoever. The committee may try to dance around this problem to say the 20 white stars keep the symbolism of Mississippi being the 20th state, and the extra golden star represents Mississippi. But that's just awful symbolism. It means Mississippi is represented by both the golden star and one of the white stars. So they altered these 2 flags to improve the design, but in doing so, they destroyed the symbolism. Great job, you guys. No, seriously. Having politicians appoint their friends who have no knowledge of flag design to lead a committee to choose a flag was a totally awesome idea. So what about the other flag that was altered? Well, they did the same thing because the previous flag also had an uneven number of stars on each side. Here is the previous version. 10 on one side and 9 on the other. We can see how this circle differs from the other 2 flags because the writing is on top and the golden star is at the bottom. And looking at the previous flag, we have an extra problem. The golden star is upside down. We joked in the previous video that this design must have been created by a devil-worshipping Satanist. So let's go back to the altered version. And what do we have here? They flipped the golden star right side up. And yes, amazing as this sounds, this alteration was actually a positive move. Regarding the stars, we now have 10 on each side plus our golden star. And with that, the same symbolism destroying stupidity as the other flags. Here is one of the other finalists. This one has not been altered, and it still has 20 stars, including the distinctive golden star on top. This one didn't need to be altered because it's already balanced. The circle doesn't incorporate the "In God We Trust" text and didn't have the lopsided issue the others had. And as far as the bottom upside-down star is concerned, this star represents one of the 19 states that were part of the Union before Mississippi, so one of those can be the devil-worshipping state and not the great state of Mississippi, so I guess that's fine then. So now we're going to talk about the whole intellectual property thing. Just before we uploaded our previous video on the short list of 9, we found out that one of the flags uses a clip art image which is available on a clip art website. Here is the flag we're talking about. It has a magnolia design at the center. And here is a screenshot of the clip art webpage which has the same magnolia design. There are a number of possibilities as to what happened, and we're going to go through these possibilities in a few moments. But why are we now talking about this flag when it's already been eliminated? Well, after we uploaded the previous video, we found out that another one of the 9 flags uses a different clip art image which is on another website that does vector images. This is the flag. Yes, indeed. One of our 21 star flags may have a copyright issue. Here is a screenshot of the website that has the image. Comparing the image on the website to the one on the flag, it's very clear it's the same image, though there are some differences. And to add to the hilarity, the one on the flag is worse. It's got some really bad lines that are not smooth like the original one. Take a look at the highlighted areas. On the original clip art image, we see a smooth, rounded finish to the leaf with the various black lines. On the flag version, it's a total mess with a badly deformed leaf outline along with terribly drawn inner black lines. So what's the truth about these flags and the clip art images? We don't know for sure, but here are some of the possibilities. It could be the case that whoever submitted the designs are actually the same people who created the images, and these people uploaded their artwork to the image websites, as well as submitting their flag designs using the images. Quite honestly, we think this theory is highly unlikely. What's far more likely is the people who submitted the flag designs simply took the Magnolia designs from the clip art sites, and these designs were created by other people. So for the eliminated flag, let's look at what the clip art website says. Underneath the image, it clearly states the license is for personal use. That's bad news right there. It means the image cannot be used for any other purposes, including using it for a flag design, which could become the state flag of Mississippi. But of course, now that the flag is no longer in the running, this is no longer an issue going forward. So let's look at the other flag again, and take a look at the website once more. For $14.99, you can pay for this image and use it for print, advertising, and design. We're not sure if that covers the use for a Mississippi flag, but for $29.99, you can buy this image and use it for resale and reproduction. So does paying $30 for this solve any potential intellectual property issues? We don't know the answer, and it seems neither do the committee. This is the Twitter account of the Mississippi Department of Archives and History. They were tasked with gathering the flag submissions and putting them up on their site for the public to view. And here is their tweet announcing the top 5. Look at what they say in the tweet. Pending clearance of intellectual property rights. So clearly they're aware of the issue, but it's also clear this is unresolved and that may cause a huge problem going forward. We don't know if the person who submitted the original design actually paid for license or just took the image without paying. And we also don't know if the committee has been in contact with the submitter about the whole issue, or indeed the VectorStock website, in order to find out who the original artist is and try to resolve the issue properly. Quite frankly, it's a complete mess. Unless they can get to the bottom of this, we think this flag will be out of the running. So all this clip art stuff made us wonder about the other flags, particularly these two. The Magnolia image bears all the hallmarks of a clip art image that may have been taken off some website like the others. We didn't find the image elsewhere, so we say innocent until proven guilty. So for now, we have to assume the person who submitted the original flags created the artwork themselves. And we can't rule out the possibility that the magnolia tree on this flag was also taken from somebody else. But like before, we have no evidence, so we're going to assume the flag submitter created it. And finally, we have this flag. The designer of the flag has created a website and has gained quite a few supporters on various social media sites. This flag doesn't have any intellectual property issue, but the main crest design is a modification of the 1798 Mississippi Territorial Seal. One of the problems with the seal is that it looks very similar to the American seal, and it makes the flag look more American rather than specific to Mississippi. Also, the U.S. seal has been copied a lot by various organizations and companies, and therefore the flag reminds people of these various organizations and companies, and not Mississippi. It's also interesting to note that this is now called Flag 1 on the Department of Archives and History website, and when it was part of the shortlist of 9, it was the last flag on the list. This might be because the website had a non-binding vote and this flag came out on top. And looking at the voting so far for the final 5, it's probably going to come out on top again. We don't know what kind of influence this internet vote will have on the committee. Ultimately, it's the committee who will choose the flag. As well as the unoriginal crest, the dark blue field makes it similar to 26 other state flags, which is a really big problem. We think this is the best of the 5. But believe us when we say it's the best of a really bad bunch. We think this is the best because the others are far too complicated. The crest is not that simple, but at least it's better than the magnolias and the other flags. It's really quite something that of the almost 3,000 flag entries, this uninspiring, unoriginal design of generic mediocrity is the best of the top 5. Be sure to subscribe because we will give you updates on any new developments. The committee is planning to reveal its choice on September 2nd, so we'll definitely have a video on that decision. And if any major developments happen before then, we'll make another video. Also be sure to check out our other videos, and also be sure to hit like if you enjoyed this video and leave a comment if you want to chime in on this topic or any other flag related topics. Until next time, bye for now and thank you for watching.